Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me here. We are doing my P.O. Box unboxing, in which you guys fill up my box, like, immensely. You guys are overly generous, but I thank you so much for everything that you ever send over, everything you've ever done for me on this channel. I cannot express my appreciation enough for you. Literally giving me a Christmas every week. It's pretty merry, to say the least. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it right away. We got quite a few here. I went to my P.O. Box a few days ago, and I had like 3 things, and I was like, ooh, we got a light week this time. Then I went there this morning, there were like 4 things, I was like, oh! But seriously, thank you guys so much for everything. So the first package here is from, and excuse me if I mispronounce the name, Etienne? Beautiful name, Etienne. Let's go ahead and give it an open here. We don't have to use the scissors this time. And let's see what we have. Etienne? Etienne. I feel like that's closer. Etienne. It's really a nice name, though. So we have a CD and a letter of sorts. That's it, it seems like. Right, let me make sure I open this the right way. So we have an album here. No name on the front. On the spine, it is Si on avait besoin d'un hold on, my French is a little. Cinquième saison harmonium. Alright, so this must be from Harmonium. The band. Okay, I've listened to an album from Harmonium that at the moment I'm conveniently forgetting the name of the album. Oh man, I've mentioned it before in the comments, but I have listened to the band before, just on my own. I've listened to them. Now that is some very beautiful and pastoral artwork. There's even some really interesting imagery there. It almost looks like an alien kind of fairy world. Let me make sure I've also credited the right person. Of course, there's a note that I always read on my own. Very, very, very nice note. But yes, this is from Etienne. Etienne, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I know, oh yes, you mentioned it here. Leheptad. Leheptade? Leptade. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the album that I've listened to on my own. So thank you so much for sending that over. I really do appreciate that, and very lovely little letter that you've attached here. So seriously, Etienne, thank you so much. And like I said, beautiful name. I love that. It's really nice. And thank you so much for the album. I really love this kind of artwork. It's just, it's very abstract, but beautifully abstract. If you ever get the chance on your own, take a look online of the artwork. It's really interesting. The next package here, let's see. Amazon gives you such a big bag for what sometimes is such a small package inside, because I moved the bag and I felt it like drop, like there was space inside. So I might actually have to use scissors here, but maybe not. There we go. There we go. So we have a CD here. We have, we're currently working our way through this. Graaf Generator with Still Life. Ooh, Pilgrims, the first song on this album? That sent me somewhere. Thank you so much for sending this over. I know, okay, I don't have the note here. I'm forgetting, and you need to forgive me, because we've talked in the comments. We've spoken in comments with each other. I know who sent this, but I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head. I have a name in mind, but I don't want to say it if it's wrong. I think it's Mark. I don't have my phone. Why don't I have my phone with me? Did I not bring it here? Hold on. I'm going to grab my phone real quick. Hold on. Yes, it is Mark. I knew it. I knew it, but I didn't want to say it just in case I was wrong. So Mark, thank you so much for sending me Still Life by Graaf Generator. If the rest of the album is as good as the first track, I think we've struck gold. You know? And with Graaf, I mean, I would expect pretty much always gold, to be honest. So thank you seriously so much, Mark. I know there were some shipping issues, but it came home. It came home. Thank you so much for that. Let's see what we got here. I would only assume this to be a vinyl. Completely random, but I am starving right now. I only had a small roast beef sandwich, and that's all. Not for the whole day. I had eggs this morning, along with, what did I have? I had like some steak bits with it as well. But it's time. It's like 5:30 maybe. I'm hungry now. All right, so let's see what we got here. I already have an idea. I already see like just the peaking of a sunset or a sunrise in just the corner right here, and I already have an idea of what this is. I'm looking for a name to thank. I don't see one immediately, but this has to be, yeah, Caravanserai by Santana. Some of you know me. That is so fantastic. This album, I've only listened to the first few songs off of this, but this album is like, you know, it's one of those albums. Man, this is a beautiful, beautiful holder here. And of course the artwork extends into the middle here. But man, this is a good album. You even have a message here on the side. It says, the body melts into the universe melts into the soundless voice. The sound melts into the all-shining light, and the light enters the bosom of infinite joy. That's good. That's good. That's from Metaphysical Meditations. This is an album that you melt with, and this, thank you. Thank you so much. Who sent this, though? I didn't see a name initially, and David, I believe. Yeah, it has to be. David. Thank you. Thank you for this. Oh, man. This I'm going to hold like a baby. Let me put it right here. Man, what an album that one is so far. All right, let me make some room, make some adjustments, and put this here. I'm trying to have a trash pile and a treasure pile. Let's move into the next one here. All right, so I would assume this is another record. So, you know what one of the most annoying feelings is? Going back to my initial rant about being hungry and such, is when you're hungry but you don't know exactly what you want to eat. And you know you have all the choices in the world. You have all the delicacies right in front of you. I don't know, about you, but here in Orlando, we have a beautiful food scene. You can have a little bit of everything, whatever you're in the mood for, it's available. And it's quality. It's not just passable or whatever. It's good stuff here. So for all the choices I have, just don't know what I want. All right, let's go ahead and open this together. Open the top. This is going to also be from David as well, it seems. So David. Thank you. Let's see who we got or what we got here. Who could it be now? I can't tell quite yet. The bubbles are obscuring my view. Let me try and open it. I'm looking for the tape. Looks like the tape's right there. Properly open this. You gotta have a little bit of organization when you're doing an unboxing. Get rid of that. And we'll flip it on out. We have Airto. I have Airto on my list because of the other records that we've been gifted. But I got a lot to catch up on with Airto. Now this is Airto Identity. And the artwork, he has a bunch of fingerprint ink on it. And then on the back, we have the reason why it's being fingerprinted, it looks like there. Got a bunch of different, I didn't even look at it. What is it? What is it actually? Are they passports or? I actually am not 100% sure. It's in Spanish, and my Spanish is not great. One of them is Associated Musicians of Greater New York. But they're all different identity licenses and papers. So that's really cool. I hope he's not actually putting his personal information out for everybody. I hope he's hid a few things, maybe. But David, thank you so much for sending that over. I know I got to start hopping on the Airto train because right now the train is way ahead of me. The train is 3 stations ahead, at least. Let's move on to this one. Let's see, no name on the front. That's okay. Usually there's an indicator inside. Give that a little up here. And we have a box. Woo, a box. Hold on. Let's make sure there's nothing else in the bag. We have a note here. Right, so that's not the right note. I think there's another one. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta reach in. Okay. So this is going to be from Martin. Is there a third? No. Okay. So this is from Martin. So Martin, thank you for everything. Thank you so much. What could it be? Let's get the tape. The funny thing is, every time I move tape on a package, my cat loves tape, and I'm pretty sure she's probably right outside the door wanting to come in and see what's going on with that tape, because she loves to chew on that tape. All right, let's open this together. It looks like it's going to possibly be from this way, so let us do so. It is Moondog. Moondog. I've never, I don't believe in my life, heard of Moondog. Sorry, one of the boxes just fell. The Viking of 6th Avenue returns to vinyl. The avant-garde 1969 masterpiece features Stamping Ground and Symphonic No. 6, Good for Goody. Includes digital download. I have never heard of Moondog. You guys heard of Moondog? I've heard of Moonchild. I've heard of Moonage Daydream. I've never heard of Moondog, though. Now, because he's described on here as the Viking of 6th Avenue, is this going to be like kind of Viking music, like Hailung or something? Or is this something I would hear on the show Vikings, which is actually returning? I'm curious about it. I like Vikings. I think I like Vikings more than a lot of people did. Even like in the last few seasons, I like Vikings a lot. So interesting. Moondog. We're gonna have to give him a listen. He looks pretty serious here on the front. I mean, he does get down with a Viking, you know what I'm saying? So Martin, thank you so much for sending this over. And I do see in your notes that apparently Ron Carter is also on here. Now, Ron Carter is a jazz bassist, so I can't imagine Ron Carter being involved with Viking music, but sometimes preconceptions are deceiving. And before you conceive your preconceptions, you need to listen. So, hey, that leaves me actually really, really curious about that. So, Martin, thank you so much for sending over some Moondog. Maybe he'll take us to outer space. What an interesting name. I wonder how he came up with that title, that name rather. The next one here is from Robert. Robert, thank you so much. You know, sometimes Amazon is really, really good at packaging. I'm looking at this and I actually don't even quite know where to open it from, where to start. I know where we'll finish, but I'm not quite sure where to start. I guess right here is a decent place. We'll go ahead and take that off. And there's literally just another same piece of tape right below it. All right, I think this will open up pretty nicely. Hold on. Actually, I guess we don't need to rip it the whole thing open. All right, so I'm trying to open this completely here on camera for you. All right. So on top, I have a note here from Robert. By the way, I know I've mentioned it before, but thank you guys so much when you include notes. I've said it, but even if you just send a letter, I love reading letters. Like, that's... It may sound maybe outdated or so. I don't think so at all. I think letters are extremely sentimental. I keep every single one of your notes, by the way. I have a folder, and I have every single one of your notes, your papers, every single thing. The notes and the notes that you leave like on the gifts from like Amazon, I keep them all. Every single one. Absolutely. I love reading this. Yes, so there's a note here that we've gotten here along with the package from Robert, which, of course, I'll be reading on my own. Now, just making sure I open this correctly. There's quite a few CDs in this one. So on top, we have the best of Tuxedo Moon. What is with the moon today? Is that my thumbnail tile? It is a moony day. Solve et Coagula. Interesting. Once again, I've never heard of Tuxedo Moon. I couldn't even tell you what the music is going to sound like. Now, just looking at the front and the back especially, I'm getting gothy with the giant skull on the top there. I have no idea who they are, what this is, but hey, curiosity does not always kill the cat. Sometimes curiosity brings the cat a fish or two. The next Oh, now this is interesting. I've never seen this. Yes, remixes. I have never seen this album artwork, heard of this from Yes. Apparently a remix album. On the back you have a track list of tracks from different albums such as Tempest Fugit, Arriving UFO, don't know where that's from, Heart of the Sunrise, Starship Trooper. I just listened to the Yes album again yesterday. That's a good album. Awaken, Sound Chaser, Ritual, 5% for Nothing. I gotta be honest, I read 50 Cent and I was very confused. No clowns, no opportunity necessary, no experience needed. So this seems to be just a compilation album, but remixing certain songs. So thank you so much for sending that over. I mean, there's never a bad time to listen to Yes. That, I can tell you for sure. The next album here, let me see if I can actually pull them all out. Let me pull them all out properly, make sure there's, okay, nothing else in there. That way we can kind of go through them a little one by one, a little quicker. So this one, Cabaret Voltaire. This is number 7885, Electropunk to Techno Pop. I've never heard of them. Cabaret Voltaire. There's something going on. They got some gas mask on. Or else they're just being really, really cautious in this current situation. They might be. And the track list on the back, some of them do the Mussolini. Okay. The setup, nag, nag, nag on every other street. I have no idea. Sometimes it's fun having no idea, though. That's part of the excitement. But like I said, there's something gassy going on. All right, the next one here, we have The Modern Dance by, maybe it's Pierre Ubu, maybe? Pere Ubu, The Modern Dance. Once again, artist I have absolutely never heard of. But what's he doing? He's doing a dance. I guess that's why it's called the modern dance. But he's doing a dance, and looks like he's a painter, perhaps. But he's also wearing some ballet shoes. Perhaps he's a painter, but he always wanted to be a ballet dancer. You know, perhaps life has just caught him down, and he's trying to achieve his dreams. Pere Ubu. The name kind of rings a bell, but not like a big bell. Like a small little chime, a wind chime. The next one, okay, interesting. Trip Tease. The Seductive Sounds of Tipsy. I have a feeling I haven't heard of like any of these. That is an interesting album cover, though. I mean, it is trippy. I like the title, though, Trip Tease. That is pretty funny. Let me back this up a little bit so I can open this up. We can see what's going on inside. I don't know what's going on. Do you guys know what's going on? Because I don't know what's going on. Sometimes you guys, well, actually most of the time you guys have the knowledge of the music, the bands, the artist. Now, I'm just assuming maybe this is based on a musical or something. Trip Tease, The Seductive Sounds of Tipsy. I'm lost on that. I'm lost. And by the way, in the note from Robert, he does give a little description of each of the gifts that he sent over the albums and everything. Then we have Manhattan Research Incorporated, New Plastic Sounds and Electronic Abstractions, featuring Raymond Scott's inventions including Clavivox, Circle Machine, Bassline Generator. Wait, is it a book or an album? Oh! Because it has pages, so I was like, oh, it's like a little book. But then it does have an album as well. So, is this about, well, I don't even know, is this a band? Or is this like a documentary of sorts? I don't know. I'm going to read the back right here. It says, welcome to Manhattan Research. Prepare yourself for something beyond the parameters of pop. This 2-CD set of Raymond Scott's electronic music is your ticket to uncharted realms. These never-before commercially available 1950s and 60s recordings range from advertising jingles to bold experiments in music concrete, performed on pioneering electronic equipment designed and built by Scott. Also, a 144-page book features interviews with Scott colleagues, including synthesizer inventor Robert Moog. Mm. Along with unpublished photographs, lab notes, schematics, patents. That is really interesting. This is a nice little kind of deep dive into electronic music, like especially the beginning, it seems. You have like a ad, like an old ad for some of the instruments there at the time. That's really cool. That's like a nice little encyclopedic look, like I said, into some of the instruments being used and marketed at that time. But you're able to see like the exact marketing ads and pages. That's kind of neat. Whoops, I just bumped this. And then the final thing we have is a DVD. This is it Erg? A music war. A music war. A sizzling time capsule of the early 80s music scene. Now, I'm assuming it's a documentary. It's live and loud, it's urgent and proud, it's more than 24 young, energetic bands caught in the act and making the music and moments matter in hot, crowded, amped venues scattered across LA, London, New York, etc., etc. Styles ranging from minimalistic electronica to reggae to theatrical camp to mosh-worthy mayhem. Featuring The Police, Devo, The Go-Go's, Oingo Boingo, X, The Cramps. Don't want to have those. Joan Jett, Pere Ubu. Oh, okay. Some things, they all come together, they all connect. So Robert, thank you so much for the DVDs, for the CDs, for the deep dive and the history. It seems that this package, perhaps, I don't know for sure, but perhaps maybe towards early electronic music, history in that realm, something like that. Either way, very, very cool, Rob. Thank you so much for sending that over. Thank you for the package. You know, you like packed it all in there, you know? And we have one final box, one final package. Esta aquí. This is from Familia Sandoval. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending this over. Now this one has some heft to it. But thank you so much for sending this over. Thank all of you for all of your generosity, for all of your care, for spending the time, the money, everything that you've done. You know, I just want you to know that I do appreciate everything. From I almost hit myself in the face, I'm not going to lie. From the small to the big, everywhere in between. You know, I read a comment the other day that says something along the lines of, watching you, them talking about me, watching you makes me feel like I'm getting an inside look into you and your life and your family, and makes me feel like a part of the family. And I responded that I actually have that exact same feeling towards you guys. Like, a lot of you, as far as I can tell, maybe like most of you, I don't know, are kind of regular on the channel, and you share your life, your experiences, and things like that. And I love reading that. I love reading the way that the music makes you feel, how you connected it within the past, how you first heard it, what it means to you now. And I got a lot of responses like that on the morning and music video that I did a few days ago. So I really appreciate that, you know? Even though, yes, I'm just a guy in front of a camera, and you're the people behind the camera. Not like behind this camera, but you know what I mean, behind another screen. One of my goals when I even started this channel was to try and make some sort of connection, you know? So thank you all for being such lovely people in the first place. Alright, so I got the final cut here, I think. Hold on, wait for the pop. There we go. So let's go ahead and give this an open. Have it kind of lean, hopefully you guys can kind of see. So on top, it seems we may have, besides the bubble wrap, maybe a book or something. Barry White, Just For You, 3 compact disc edition. Don't laugh at me now. Don't laugh at me. Why does the name Barry White sound so familiar, and yet I cannot place? Why? Why is that? That's bad, right? Like, I feel like he's an extremely popular person, and I can't, at the moment, off the top of my head, think of like a song from him or something. But this is a beautiful gift set. Like, wow. This 3 compact disc edition. Hold on. Let me put this down for a moment. We're going to open this up a little bit. I don't know why I can't think of Barry White. This is so bad. I feel embarrassed. I know I've listened to his music. Look at that. Look at that. Some of the songs listed on the back. Love's Theme, I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Baby. Never, Never Gonna Give You Up. Not Not gonna give you up. Never, never gonna give you up. Can't get enough of your love, babe. Okay. Okay. Now it all comes together. Now it all comes together. All right, so that's really awesome. And then, of course, here you have the CDs, which I'm not going to hold up totally because I think they'll fall out. But you have them all here on the back. That's a really, really nice collection here. Let me put this down for a moment and just give you a little sneak at the booklet here. And this seems to be just a nice little kind of background on Mr. White here. Some different pictures from from his history. Is that Muhammad Ali? And why is he there? That's really cool. Thank you so much for sending that over. That is really cool. I can't believe it took me a second to think of, who's Barry White? Why do I know the name? Oh, I know. Okay. You know? Thank you so much for sending that. I'm sorry it took me so long to connect the dots. Sometimes the dots are there. They're just not connecting. Let's move to the next package here. All right, so let me leave the box here actually, and we'll just pull them out one by one. So let's go ahead and pop the bubble up here. And by the way, I hope the fan isn't blowing air into the microphone. I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear what you guys are hearing. I know this is probably really loud. I can't imagine this not being loud when I do that. But I gotta open it. All right. And let's pull it out from the top to the bottom. We have, hold on, this way. Message in a Box, the Police. I love the title of that. Message in a Box, the complete recordings, the police. How funny you send this over, because I have some police on the way. Not like I've done anything wrong, but I have like some music from the police on the way. Now, how awesome is that? Let me open it up. Sometimes I like to open it up a little carefully just to make sure nothing falls out. But look at that. What an awesome collection. That's a very beautiful gift to send me. And I love the play on words and message in a bottle. You have a lot of artwork and, of course, some writings. I would assume biographical. Did I say biographical in here? That is really nice of you to send this over. Thank you so much. And, of course, the other albums here on the back. That's really nice of you. Thank you for sending this over. The Police are one of those bands that I've enjoyed what I've heard from them. I know, of course, they're hits, but they do warrant some extra diving into. So, thank you so much for that. Let me reach in here and pull out. We have 2 albums here on top. There was a note there as well, which I'll get to in just a moment. I'm gonna put that one down, and we'll open this one first. It is nicely taped. This is nicely wrapped. You guys must be good Christmas wrappers, good gift wrappers. You know? Let's just go ahead and do it like that. This, what? Can I put this on camera? I don't think I can show you the album cover. I don't. Well, I guess there's nothing exactly going on. I don't want YouTube to come at me though. YouTube has a you know an issue sometimes. This is the CD Marvelous 3, Ready, Sex, Go. That's hilarious. Now, who are they? They look like a punk band, from what I can tell. At least look. I can show you the back album cover. But I've never heard of them. Some of the tracks here: Little Head, Grant Park, Get Over, Sugar Buzz. I have never heard of them. That's an interesting album. I'm not going to show it. But it's an interesting one. You almost scared me a little bit. Let's open this next one here. Let's see. If you can find the beginning of the tape, you can pull to the end of the tape. The problem is finding the beginning of the tape. Okay. The next package here, if I can get over this, there we go. A little bit. Is another CD. Está aquí. This is Stravinsky, The Rite of Spring, Lauren Maisel, The Cleveland Orchestra. Now, don't laugh at me. I tell you, don't laugh at me. Okay? Have I heard The Rite of Spring? I know it's a really popular piece of classical music. Some would say an essential piece, but I don't know if I've heard it or not. I mean, I feel like I may have heard it like in passing, but I'm not. I can't say I have. But I've heard a lot about it. Hold on. Les Secrets du Printemps. Maybe I was close. Maybe I wasn't. But I gave it a shot. I gave it my all. So thank you so much for sending this over as well. It has been a little bit since we've dove into any sort of classical music. So maybe that will be an opportunity to do so. You never know. You never know. Let me bring this here in my lap. So as I mentioned, we do have a gift here. Or I'm sorry, a letter, rather. Thank you so much for sending these over. This is from your family, Ben and Vicky. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well. Let me put the note here, right on top. Right on top. We got a few more things in here. Man, all of you are packing. All of you are like really packing these boxes. These are not just little boxes. These are packed boxes. Let me put this here again. This is a treasure chest. Okay, let me see if I can pull that open there. And man, I have more bubble wrap than I've ever had in my life. And we have one more note here as well. See, I like when you guys put in notes that, of course, describe the band or things like that, but also what it means to you. Kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the connection and the connectivity between all of us. Let's just, you know what? I tried taking the pacifist way out. We're going to just go ahead and make a cut and pull it out from the top. It seems like we have 3 different CDs here. And let's go ahead. Did I open it? Nope, I still didn't. Hold on. Pause. That's a little better. That's a slightly better. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Man, that box is full too. So we have some CDs. That was the chair, by the way, not me. We have some CDs from Collective Soul. I've heard of Collective Soul. I don't know if I've heard anything from them. I couldn't tell you what they sound like or who they are. But it actually looks like, yeah, like I said, we have 4 different CDs from them. This is all Collective Soul. Yes. So we have, sorry about that. See What You Started by Continuing. Kind of a cool little album name. I like that. See What You Started by Continuing. What's Collective Soul's most popular song? Maybe I've heard him. Maybe I haven't. Then you have Collective Soul Dosage. She better close her mouth. She's going to have some honeybees in her mouth. Looks like the Silence of the Lambs cover, except that was just the moth. What was the name of that moth? There was a whole plot point in the movie. But you have Dosage here. And on the back you have the actual band, Collective Soul. Then the next one here is Afterwards. This is their brand new album featuring Hollywood, Never Here Alone, and New Vibration. And then finally, you have Collective Soul Blood. A nice holographic album cover here. Usually a holographic signifies some sort of collector's edition or deluxe edition of sorts. And is this true on this one? Maybe not. It's just a new studio album. And it looks like this one actually came out in 2019, according to the copyright date. So thank you so much for sending some Collective Soul over. I feel like now I'm a collector of them because I got 4. That was a bad joke. It wasn't my greatest. Listen. Sometimes. Okay, so you packed a lot of bubble wrap on the bottom. That's awesome. Gotta protect the bottom as much as the top. Sometimes you forget. But to the whole Sandoval family, thank you all so much. Like I said, specifically you two, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for sending a piece of yourself, a piece of your collective soul, right? Ben and Vicky, that's what you guys are. You guys are a collective soul, and thank you for sending this over. Thank you for sharing a piece of yourself with me. Now, I also have a card from the Sandoval family, and it's actually addressed to me and my wife, Natasha, so it'd be kind of remiss of me if I just looked at it myself and read it myself. So Okay, so I just went out to go and get my wife so we could read it together, and she is totally asleep. She wasn't really feeling that great today, so she is knocked out right now, and I don't want to wake her. I want her to rest a little bit. So I will read this with her. I promise. I promise I'll read it with her. But thank you so much for that as well. Every single one of you, man, you have, man. Thank you so much for everything. I am in eternal gratitude. I am in a debt of thankfulness to all of you for every single ounce of love and gifts that you've shown me. Really, I can't express that enough. So thank you so much for doing that. Like I said, for taking the time, the effort, the money. Like, it takes work to ship things and to do that, you know. So I really appreciate it, and I hope that you all have a lovely day. Did I really say y'all? Did I do like a southern kind of thing right there? I mean, technically, I am southern, but it's about 5:30, 6 o'clock right now. I'm not sure of the time, but whatever it is for you, I hope that you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day that this video falls onto your ears, onto your eyes. I hope that it's going well. I hope that everything's going well. And once again, to everyone that sent something over, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.